Oh. Whoa. We got one viewer so far. Just let a little bit more file in before we get started. Shit. That's a lot. I don't even like Madden enough to do a podcast for Madden, son. Good win, though. Congratulations on the bowl, though, bro. I don't think I talked to you since then. I play you this year, too, if I'm not mistaken. Shit, you can always come back to the college. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a part of the podcast. You picking these weak-ass teams, though, is a trip. All right. What's up, MLG? Good to see everybody in good spirits. We got 5 people watching at the moment. 6. We up to 6. Guess we could start with 6. That's a good number. Nice little round number there. But welcome to this week's version or episode 4 of the world's greatest podcast, the MLG College Football Podcast. Y'all help me come up with a better name for this shit. We should really think of a better name for the podcast. Y'all help me name it. We'll talk about it in the chat going forward. But we need some fire shit because that's kind of plain. But we're gonna the goal here is to find a new name for the podcast, something with a little bit more pizzazz. Sorry about the late start. Had some shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Wifey found a full daily schedule for me today, so podcast is like 8 hours late. It was supposed to happen at 12. Congratulations to the 49er fans in the chat. Who else won today? Buffalo fans, if you're in the chat, congratulations. Who's that? The Bears fans, Rams fans, and one more team won. But congratulations, everybody's moving on to the next week of the playoffs. One more game going on tonight. Y'all keep me posted on the score of that game. I ain't even put a parlay for that shit in. I guess I'll do one at halftime. But just starting off here, man. We'll take a look at the Heisman Trophy odds here. Hey, and call-ins. We'll take call-ins today, man. I got plenty of time. MLG the program. I like that. That's an early contender. I like it. But yeah, we can do some call-ins. If you see at the bottom of the screen there, that's my username there. You know what I'm saying? Just send me a chat invite. We'll get in that joint. Or send me a friend request. I'll start a chat with you. Make sure you share your voice, because if not, then everybody else isn't going to hear you. But yeah, definitely. Heisman race. Will Wilson at the top. Quarterback for Central Florida. Let's take a look, man. Let's see what that boy been doing. Crazy season to start. Y'all see that, right? We had him as a part of the team, man. He was a freak athlete, but I stuck with CJ Bailey like a dummy. But anyway, Nate's notes, college football, that's fire. That's fire. I like that shit. Yeah. But shout out to Will Wilson. Great start to the season. 22 touchdowns, only 7 picks. Only 7 picks. It's only been 6 games, so he throws probably 1 a game. Had some pretty big games here. They undefeated right now. But really hasn't thrown picks other than the 2 games against the computer. But handled business against users. West Virginia, he tore them a new one, like in a big time close game. Shout out to Will Wilson, sitting atop the list. Next is Jordan Washington. I had to see this kid and that crazy rush attack that they got in Notre Dame. His last game, 4 rushes, 44 yards, 17 receiving yards and a touchdown. Not crazy numbers. Having a good little season, though. Used to be Cody's guy. 1,000-yard rusher off last year, looking pretty good. I didn't even go to Will Wilson's rushing yards, but dual threat here. 6 touchdowns receiving, 7 touchdowns rushing. Had a 200-yard game against Virginia, coming off 197 yards against Stanford in a big win. Catches the ball well. Yeah, shout out to that kid, Quentin Martins Jr., whom we got to see this week. 87 overall player, 13 rushes for 190 yards, 4 rushing TDs, a 36-yard reception to go on top of it. '71 carries on the season, 607 yards rushing, 13 touchdowns. He's out here playing like a superstar. Looks good early in the season. Penn State transfer. Does a little bit in the receiving game there. Off to a good start. Big game this week. Jerron Kawhi Sagapolotelli. I don't know how to pronounce that shit, but we can just call him Oos. Cuz going off. 2,700 yards, 30 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Not doing a lot rushing, but I mean, you know, he's hurting them from in the pocket. Kid from Hawaii, man. Off to a good start. Hasn't thrown a pick in 2 weeks. 11 touchdowns, 0 interceptions his last 2 games. Had the one bad game against Florida, but other than that, he looks like a Heisman Trophy candidate for certain. But yeah. Shout out to Terrence and the starting quarterback, defending national champion. And Alfonso Hickson, the running back. 9 rushes, 29 yards. Last game, 7 receptions, 137 yards. Terrence is kind of running that air raid. It's going to be a little bit more receiving and rushing for the kid. Wasn't really big in the stats in the rushing last year either, but 500 yards receiving, 8 touchdowns early. Kid's a threat. Big time player. But a good start off to the season for these guys. Congratulations to all the guys that made the list so far. Long season though, man. Long season for everybody. Like, that could be completely different in a few weeks. Conference standings. Checking in on the ACC. Big game in the ACC this week. North Carolina State, Syracuse. We're looking forward to it. Louisville sitting at the top of the ACC, top of the league almost. He'll probably start off next week number 1 more than likely after the win he had against South Carolina. But he's leading the way. Big time player here. Undefeated at home, undefeated on the road. Syracuse also undefeated. North Carolina State were 4-1, 2-0 in the conference. Pittsburgh at 5-1, 3-0 in the conference. It's a competitive league. North Carolina 5-1, 2-1 in the conference. Notre Dame 5-2, 3-2 in the conference. I wonder who was the other conference game he lost. He ended up beating them, but I don't remember who else he lost to. Miami, was it Louisville? Probably. Miami is 3-3, 2-2 in the conference. Rough season for SMU. 2-5, 1-3 in conference play. Probably out of it, unless it was like some crazy massive turnaround and all these people started losing. But it's a tight race. Realistically, we got Louisville. I thought it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams. So, well, Miami's still in it. 7 teams like that are realistically still have a shot. It's probably gonna be a little bit longer odds for those teams with 2 losses there. But just looking at Louisville's schedule, conference game, he had a win this week against South Carolina, a top 5 win. Just really one more conference user game for him. So this will be a huge game on October 28th on the road at North Carolina. If North Carolina can do a big time signature win, if he can get that and kind of rewrite what's going on in the ACC. But obviously a tougher road ahead for Syracuse. Not only NC State, but Notre Dame back-to-back, Pittsburgh. Kind of controls his own destiny, though. You win, you win. You don't, you're not. It's really that simple. But 3 tough games ahead, and then a big inter-conference squabble with Minnesota, which should be tough. Pittsburgh, what is he? 5-1, 3-0 in the conference. Big game against Miami this week. I think they're playing that one on Tuesday. But good luck to both teams. It should be a big one. Both of the teams need to win. He could probably eliminate Miami from the conference championship race with a win here. But we'll see. We'll see. Pretty good team that he has, and Miami's got some studs there too. So we'll see what Duff can do there. Syracuse, big game against Syracuse. We talked about that already. Big interconference game against Nebraska, who's 4-1, and then kind of finish the season with his users against North Carolina. Big road ahead for my boy. Obviously, the Syracuse game, and we got Miami in the conference game, and then we got a undefeated Mississippi State team. I thought Cody and him played this game. Am I tripping? I thought he played Arkansas. Anyway, he's undefeated here from what I can see. So big games ahead for myself. Just an embarrassing loss. Okay. So what are they going to do about it? Oregon, man, beat my ass, bro. I got smashed. I mean, we had to make it look pretty at the end, but we'll be all right. Okay, so we're 5-1 now. Got you. Well, yeah, I got my head bust by this man. Yeah, I've been there, brother. We've all been there. We've all been there. You know what I'm saying? But it's not about the what bro said. It's not about the size of the dog or whatever the fuck. Just don't quit. You getting your ass whooped? Don't quit. But Pittsburgh, yeah, we did. I think we checked his. No, we didn't. We didn't check Pittsburgh. Yeah, we did. Excuse me. North Carolina, pretty good record for him. 5-1, 2-1. I was worried about him when he kind of struggled to get by Kyle with this Utah State team, but he's pulled it together since then. Only lost 1 game to California on the road. Was that a user or was that a please be it? Hope the computer ain't beat your ass like that. But yeah, it was he was literally running circles around that. I bet that Arkansas team is pretty good. I told y'all when I did the season preview that Cody had the strongest. Oregon and Cody had the strongest teams in my opinion, like just roster wise. But Louisville game coming up for him. SMU game, that's a conference game. Try to get a win there. Interconference game against Northwestern, of course, finishing up against Pittsburgh. You know, a lot of interesting conference games down the stretch, and Neidhart was nice enough to throw some of these intra-conference games in here for us as well. So we'll see. Shout out to my man Jason, 5-2, 3-2 in conference. A couple big games left for him. Syracuse, of course. That's it, actually. And then it's kind of smooth sailing towards the end of the season against some of the lesser teams in the conference. Got a stack game against Navy, a rivalry game that you can get some buzz for. But still major threat. He's ranked number 10. You beat Syracuse, it's more than likely he's going to be able to go to the college football playoff without having to play for a conference championship. So he's in good shape right there. Miami, got to have it this next game against Pittsburgh. A must-win scenario. Got to win out if they want to kind of salvage their season, or it can get rough there. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to SMU. Rough season for my boy. I'm sure he'll bounce back. Has a few Forced losses on here, which is always tough. But actually, you got a win there. Took some losses against some users. Took a loss to Boston College. A shellacking by the hands of LSU and Terrence. That shit was bad. But just a few more games left on the schedule. 5 games left, 2 user games left. Hopefully my man can finish strong, kind of recruit strong, come back better next year. But shout out to the ACC. It's going to be competitive. The Big 12, pretty competitive conference as well. Charles at 5-1. Arizona State Sun Devils 4-0 in the conference. Looking in a good position to play for the conference championship with only 1 conference user game left against West Virginia, who is 3-3 on the season. Big game against Michigan late in the season as well. But yeah, Charles should be very good chance. He's probably the odds-on favorite to win the conference and represent them in the playoffs. Maybe even have a bye week in the first week of the playoffs or whatever. But good player, great team. He should be good to go. Baylor, right in the hunt, 3-3, 3-1 in the conference. Needs to keep winning games to get to the conference championship. A big win against Texas Tech, where they put up a basketball score in that bitch. Yeah, they were putting up some serious points. It's a 3-week stretch. They had 84, 73, and 62 points, and 2 of those was against users. So offense can be explosive when it needs to be. Big loss though to Arizona State. Got games against West Virginia, TCU, and yeah, those are the last 2 conference games. Those are the important games right there. Obviously, you're going to want to win against Maryland to keep your ranking up, but at the same time, if you win these next 2, you're probably going to get your chance to play Arizona State again if you just went out. So, well, shit, TCU's undefeated. Yeah, but you're still, because they play each other. So that's going to be a big game. Yeah, he has a couple big games coming up. Texas Tech and Baylor. 3-2, 3-0 in the conference. And conference games is what matter, man. You win the conference, that's an automatic trip to the playoffs. Improves your recruiting and everything. Shout out to Dame. Had some tough losses this year. Tough one at LSU on the road or at home. My man losing home games got to be rough, but 3-3, 2-1. Gonna need to win and probably need some help. Get one of these guys to upset Baylor to get his chance. Doesn't have a game against Arizona State, but everything's right in front of him. This could very well, if you finish, win all the rest of these games. What will it be? What do you do? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-0. I mean 10-2, and be something like 7-1 in the conference. You got a chance at the playoffs. You're not far off. Your rankings gonna go up beating some of these teams. So we'll see. Big games ahead for Dame. Season not over for him. West Virginia, also someone in the hunt here. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say, he probably controls his own destiny the most of anybody left in here, because you just win these games and you're good. UNLV, Baylor, Arizona State, Texas Tech, Colorado. You just win, and you'll be good. But can you win all those user games is a big, if. We'll see. My bad, I almost skipped UNLV. Some rough start to the season. My man, 1-4 start to the season. Had some close games. Could have beaten Arizona State. Could have beaten Minnesota. Could have beaten Texas Tech. Game of inches. 2-2 on the season. Probably need some help to get to the conference championship, but that's why they play the game. It's a lot of football left, so we'll see. Keep an eye on UNLV. Colorado, it's kind of like everybody's still in it at this point. See, this shit don't be doing what I wanted to do. But yeah, it's kind of like everybody's still in it at this point. I mean, 3-4, 2-2 in conference play. I had some bad losses here early, but it's going to be tough. We need a lot of help to get a chance to win the conference. Big Ten, another tight conference here. Oregon sitting at the top, a super talented Oregon team. Shout out to Tennessee for giving them their only blemish this year. I had to watch that bit. I think we done went over this one before, but just a strong finish to the game. Great second half defense. Wins the second half 24-7. They end up winning the game by 7. Tough team to beat, and he pulled it off. But they've been rolling since. Just smash, beat the shit out of me. Like, it looks like it's a lot of wins left on the season for him. But a big game against Iowa. That's a huge game late in the season. If Iowa can win that, he's the truth. UCLA, Michigan. Some big games late in the season for him. Washington, ranked team, a computer ranked team. If they stay there, and that's a rivalry game too, that'll really help everything. So Minnesota, Kyle, my man, solid user. Tough loss on the road to Arkansas, but rebounded nicely, 41-0. Yeah. Big game against Iowa later in the season. Syracuse later in the season. From a conference standpoint, everything right in front of them. This is going to be a colossal game. Iowa versus Minnesota, I would probably say. And then, Northwestern is 5-1, 3-1. So you got 2 big games left. And you got to play some of the computer teams here. Apparently the Hurricanes in Arkansas. Apparently. Hell no. A windstorm. Iowa. Power running all day here. Since losing that first game to Notre Dame, they've been on the tear. They've been handling business. He's kind of found his chi. And it's about to come to a head in week 8. I'm looking forward to that joint. I'd love to commentate this game, Kyle. Whenever y'all get, get going, I'd fuck with that. The pod would love to be on site for the Minnesota-Iowa game. Really would. Oregon at number 6. That's a big game, of course. Iowa and Oregon. I think Iowa won that game last year, so we'll see what he can do this year. Nebraska to end the season, of course. Competitive league, man, this Big Ten. A lot of good users in there. A lot of dudes have made their mark in MLG thus far. Yeah, Iowa's happy to host it, I bet. Oh, okay, bet. Yeah. I thought you were talking about the game. Hell yeah. So you guys get on the game. You just send me a chat. Same way we would do like a call-in or whatever. I would try to do the shit for TM, but I didn't have my fucking voice shared. It was my fault. Oh, yeah. Oh, I seen the shit. You was on Hotspot earlier. That's wild. I mean, my nose itch. I don't do cocaine. I just want to put that out there. I don't want motherfuckers starting rumors. You know what I'm saying? But Maryland is 4-2. No, my bad. Northwestern. I ain't never watched Northwestern game. It's 5-1, 3-1 in conference. Win versus Stanford on the road. A loss versus Oregon, but who isn't losing versus Oregon? A lot of user games coming up. So we'll see what this boy made of right here. And undefeated user up there. Cocaine and cocaine accessories. You stupid. Hell no. We don't do none of that. North Carolina, Minnesota. Yeah, this boy got a nice little schedule to end the season. Now I'm just saying, bro, like I was doing this a lot. I ain't want nobody to be on no shit. You know what I'm saying? Maryland. 4-2, 2-1 in the conference. You talking about Northwestern? I'm assuming you're saying, Cody. Well, we'll see. He got some tough outs coming up, so we'll definitely see how tough he is. Oh yeah. Well, hopefully we keep some of these dudes around, bro. You know what I'm saying? Get some dudes to start and finish for the whole year. I don't think we've ever done that in MLG. Like started with the same 32 and ended with the same 32. That'd be crazy. Oh yeah, we gets down with the Mary Jane. We gets down with the Mary Jane. God bless. That's from the earth. I guess Poppy sees it from the earth too, but I don't fuck around. But UCLA 3-3, 2-1 in the conference. I got some pretty big games coming up. North Texas unranked, but 5-2. Northwestern 5-1. That's gonna be a big game for him. Probably has to win out to give himself a chance to win the conference. Interesting to see what happens going forward. Pure Coke is too. Cody, you about to make a confession in this motherfucker, huh? How you know, bro? I'm fucking. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, UCLA probably got a little work to do. But nobody in the conference, none of the users have 2 losses yet. So 1 loss, you're still in it. 2 losses, it gets kind of sketchy. But these teams that are sitting there undefeated all got to see each other. So gonna be a lot of good organized chaos in that bitch. We ain't got nobody in Conference USA. So next year I'm going to independent. Pac-12, our newly formed Pac-12. The conference leaders right now, UCF, undefeated 7-0, 4-0 in conference play, with the Heisman front runner at the helm. User victories against West Virginia, Stanford. He was really getting to North Texas before the debacle, and then got a ranked win against San Diego State, helping him out. Looks like he's in firm position to win the conference. The only person in his way is Cal. So big game in week 12 against Utah State. Big game. And Utah State also undefeated. Shout out my boy with that horrid football team, doing his best to get some wins in here. Should have probably won week 2 against North Carolina and have an even better record. But user game coming up against Stanford in week 9. Got some CPU games. The CPU games can be tough because his roster is so mid, if you will. You know what I'm saying? But some big games coming up. UCF to be able to duke it out and possibly play for conference championship again. But this should be interesting to see what happens in this conference, man. Stanford is still in it, I would believe. North Texas is still in it. It's interesting to see what'll happen down the stretch here in the newly formed Pac-12. Yeah, that's a big game. Utah State and Stanford. Yeah, Puka, he going crazy. Puka's little brother going crazy. We can take a look at some stats in a minute too. But North Texas, 5-2, 3-1 in the conference. Got swacked by UCF and ended up losing the game to SMU as well. But they're right there. I mean, they still got an opportunity in the conference here to be able to play for the conference championship here. No more conference user games, so it's a good chance that they're going to play for the conference championship if they just went out. And not even you can lose this UCLA game because they're not even a conference team. So this could be a really, really good season for the North Texas Mean Green. It was a sim. Okay. Yeah, shit. Don't look like a sim. That bitch look like a forced win. For him, if you will. All right. Either way, probably looks like odds on. I would probably say North Texas UCF for the conference championship in here. More than likely, UCF looks like the best team in the conference at this point. But good luck to all the users going forward. Should be fun to watch. Tennessee. Top dog in the conference, top dog in the country. Number 1 and number 2 teams sit in the SEC. Hell of a start to the season. Ron, of course, gonna handle business anyway. Hasn't played but 1 close game. If you show up on the field, they busting your fucking head. That's just what it is. But 1 close game early, and they're in go mode. My bad. Give me a second. Yeah, man. Before we were so rudely interrupted, you know what I'm saying? A big game against Arkansas. That's one of the games of the year right here. Arkansas, Tennessee. Mississippi State has an opportunity to take him down too, so it doesn't get really easier for him. He's going to have two of the better users in this conference coming up, and an opportunity to play for the SEC championship at the end of the season. I'm sure Ryan he'll definitely be there. LSU, of course, Terrence, defending national championship, number two team in the country, excuse me. Just another one that's really just hasn't played a close game at all. Probably won't see one until he plays Carl, and then Cody. So, and we'll see. He'll probably be favored going into both of those games. So definitely a difficult road ahead, but good enough user, good enough team for him to manage it. But he's been really putting in work. Really putting in work. South Carolina, I believe Carl just took a loss because he's out of town. Enjoy your vacation, big dog. But took the ass whooping. Louisville probably going to end up number one team in the country next week. Big game against Oklahoma, 4-2. And of course the monster game against LSU at home. But how tough Terrence is, anything can happen there. And there's some good CPU teams that he's going to have to see, but I think he'll be fine against all of them. But Carl, of course, when he gets back, will be ready to go. Arkansas 4-1, 2-0. Cody handling business here. Only lost so far to to Iowa, 35-28. Big game. Tough loss for him, but it don't hurt him as much. It's not a conference loss, but it does hurt you, in the grand scheme of the, if you don't win the conference, you're probably going to need to depend on your ranking or a couple big wins to get in the playoffs. But on a two-game win streak since, big games against Mississippi, 3-game win streak, because they're not counting that one yet. So big game in a couple weeks against Tennessee, of course, and LSU later in the season for the Golden Boot. Like I said, this is, to me, one of the most talented teams in the country. So we'll see what Cody can do. Easily one of the most talented teams in the country in my eyes. I thought this roster was pretty crazy. My man, Senio. Is that short for Arsenio? Ooh. I'm just call that nigga ooh from now on. Got you. But yeah, he has some big tilts ahead. Tough loss. Got to see my boy next week. Tennessee later in the season. CPU Georgia, which is never something you want to sleep on. The nigga name is Arsenio. Ooh. Oh shit! I'm sure you heard that one before. Good luck on the rest of the season, other than next week. You know what I'm saying? But good luck on. Damn, bro, we ain't got a whole lot of users in this SEC. I got 5 of them. That's crazy. I tell you what, Texas gonna offer me a job. A&M, Alabama. See, any of these 4 teams offer me a job, I got to do it. Maybe even them. Shit. To be frank, I might leave my job to go to any of these teams other than Missouri, Kentucky, and Vanderbilt. Other than that, I'd fuck with all these other teams, bro. It's crazy. Anyway, good luck in that SEC where only the strong users survive. I bet. We ain't got nobody in the Sun Belt, but looking forward to the battles that we got coming up. Top 25, of course, Tennessee on top. LSU number 2, Louisville. South Carolina, Syracuse, big games. Oregon, Arkansas, Iowa. My man, Notre Dame, Arizona State, NC State, Minnesota. We need this whole shit filled by users. If it's 32 users, bro, we should all be in the top 25. They on bullshit. Hell yeah. Looking forward to this week, man. A lot of ranked games. It's a lot going on this week. So definitely let's look at the slate real quick. All right, we got one game completed. Shout out Iowa 41-24. North Texas gets a win this week, 49-35 against San Diego State. Of course, Syracuse, North Carolina State. Arizona State, Baylor. Big time win for Arizona State. Michigan has a big game against Penn State. My man needs a win in conference in the worst way. 0-3 in conference play. West Virginia and Kansas, big time win for West Virginia. Cal seeing Fresno State this week at home. UCF and Air Force, Colorado and Kansas State. Good big one for Colorado. Nebraska, big game coming up against USC, who is 1-5. Oh yeah, that's just smack them boys. Obviously the big Louisville win, 48-13. LSU, SMU, shutout win. UNLV versus Utah. Miami Pitt, big game for both teams. Both teams need to win there. Oregon and Northwestern. Oregon with a commanding victory there. Notre Dame, Stanford, commanding victory for Notre Dame. Same with Minnesota and Michigan State. At home against Michigan State, excuse me. Texas Tech on the road against BYU later. And TCU on the road against Arizona. Looking forward to seeing the final scores of those games. Just check out some of these stats. Hey, man, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all welcome to call in, man. You know, send me this chat invite, send me the friend request. I'm here. Get some of y'all opinions of what's going on in the league. Kind of rock with me here. Do a deep dive on some of the issues you might have. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, I ain't got no, Anyway, yeah, man. Chargers playing right now. What's the score? What am I looking for? Okay, stats, season stats. The OF. Nigga, I know you not talking about no OnlyFans, boy. You wildin'. You big wildin', son. The fuck out of here. Hell nah, boy. You tripping. Fuck out of here, boy. Nigga tweaking out. Oh shit. Yeah, that threw me off, my nigga. But anyway, leading passer this year, Julian Duggar. And the Maryland Terps. 3,000 yards already on the season, only 6 games played. Just a stud out here. Cuz averaging man, I'm trying to get moved past it, brother. 516 passing yards a game. He is cutting up. No, son, I ain't do shit. So you ain't gonna do shit. I ain't do nothing. Anyway, yeah. Boy had 3,000 passing yards in 6 games. That's crazy. Shout out to Terrence and leading the conference or leading the country in touchdowns. Completion percentage, you know, probably what I say are the people who qualified that actually got a lot of passes. Just efficient. 81% completion percentage. Next closest is Syracuse, Deontay Cleveland. But yeah, man. Terrence off to a really good start with that quarterback, for real. Let me see what y'all boys working with. Shout out to Cal for bringing up the rear and interceptions. That shit crazy. In 6 games, this man has 28 thrown interceptions. And 20 here for Gio Lopez. 20 here for Achilles Smith Jr. Reminds me of his dad. Bryce Baker is throwing a lot of picks as well. You got to be hurt or something. 5 touchdowns, only 13 picks on a good team. That's crazy. Yeah, man, it's some turnovers going on out here. Some of these cats are averaging 2 picks a game, or more than, or certainly more than 3, almost with him 4. That shit crazy. But yeah, rough start for a lot of those with the turnovers. Number 1 running back in the country right now, Jeremy Poole, He's only a sophomore with elite dev, and he's already has like just a ridiculous number of yards and touchdowns, and just having a great season. He'll probably end up on the Heisman list for the end of the season. 12 touchdowns rushing, but that would only make him like what, fifth in the country, tied for fourth in the country. But 13 touchdowns for Will Wilson, 14 touchdowns for Will Wilson, 13 for Quentin Martin, Jamari McClure, 13. Could be a quarterback contract. Oh shit. We're gonna have to look into that. Now keep in mind, you don't have to be on your system to call in. If you got the PlayStation app, you could just send me a friend request, shoot me a party invite, and you could just talk on your phone. You know what I'm saying, if you're trying to chop it up. But receiving, top receiver in the country, with the top quarterback in the country, Jelani Watkins. This dude is a speed demon. I want to say he's 99. Yeah, he's a dog. Oh, you did? Shit. Fuck, nigga, hold on. We in it. Mic check. Can you hear me? What's happening, player? Hold on. Let me see if your shit's shareable. Can y'all hear Cody on the mic? Can you hear yourself on the broadcast or what? All right, cool. Yeah, let me go to this team, man. Let me see what you're talking about with this quarterback controversy. Matter of fact, I just go to the stats. Yeah. Oh, now 5 touchdowns, 13. That's not characteristic of you, bro. Like, I'm not used to you throwing all them, being that inefficient. It's taking me forever to get to Arkansas. Oh, you say you can't hear it? All right, hold on. Cody, I'm going to send you an invite. All right? I'm going to send you one, and I'll make sure it's... All right, y'all stand by. Technical difficulties. We'll get Cody in here. Son, close this party out. There we go. Oh, display speaking. All right. All right. Cody ain't joined yet, but when he does, you know what I'm saying, we'll chop it up with him. Looks like he about to bench his prize transfer portal quarterback and start this guy. Let's see what he working with, man. Oh, he got an arm though. He's got a cannon. I don't know how accurate that bitch is, but he got a cannon. Decent amount of speed. Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just worried about if the people can hear you. You got that same problem we had. You got your voices shareable? Just go to settings. Can y'all hear him? Yeah, that should work. But it usually gives me a prompt, right? When I'm like going live on the broadcast. Oh, yeah, maybe I need to go to the broadcast. Yeah. You do that. All right, stand by. I got it. Mic check. I bet you they can hear you now, bro. I think we should be good to go. I can hear you. Yeah. Yeah, all right. So I'm looking at Baker's season. My man is what? Completing only 67% of his passes. Damn. Okay. Hold on. They said, motherfucker can't hear you. Hold on. Nah, your shit is good. It's man, skip the parlays. You losing all them bets. And like, oh no, fuck that. I got to put my parlay in, big dog. We got to do that. Hold on, I got it, Cody. Though I'm gonna figure this shit out. Cause usually when I'm in the joint with my partners, man, like the shit gives me a little. It prompts you with a message. Do you want to share party audio? Let me see if yeah, it wouldn't be me. You'd have to ask. Hold on, pause. All right, stand by, real quick. I'm gonna start the party over. I'm gonna start the broadcast over real quick.